Hey Anton, thanks for joining me here at the Cable Show. You know what? There really isn't a better place to talk about set-top boxes than at a show about the cable industry. So, I know you guys have some exciting news specifically related to set-top boxes. So let's get right into that.
Yeah, well, we've been traditionally known as a networking company. We are the technology behind the Multimedia over Coax Alliance. MoCA 1.0, 1.1, 2.0 is the recent technology that's been integrated into cable and satellite set-top boxes throughout the country and all the new boxes. But what we're showing today is some products from our latest acquisition, which is the set-top box unit from Trident. Trident Microsystems is known for their advanced technology in cable and satellite set-top box SoCs. And we're actually showing some advanced set-top functionality here. First thing we're showing is an announcement we made yesterday with Comcast. This little guy is the new Comcast Xfinity Skype box. Actually has an HDMI pass-through, and what we're showing here is we're talking on a Skype call to a different part of the booth. What you're seeing is a television program going on. We've already got it set up so you don't see the call coming in here, but you'll see this is up here in the corner is our view of us, and this is the view of the other side, and we've worked on the Skype integration to allow you to show different types of views. So you answer a call now, the person on the other side, the Skype, on the other side of the Skype call is the major view. You can have different views, one on each side, and you can even show the TV operating in the corner as well. Here you see so you can basically pause the show, you can continue with your call. It makes it very seamless. And this is all based on our basic platform. We have a very advanced architecture for our set-top box SoCs. It's basically an ARM-based architecture. And what we've done is, over the past number of years, put a lot of investment into leveraging an infrastructure and architecture that's been proven to be very effective in massive deployments in the mobile market. So the mobile space, you've got Android-type deployments that have leveraged ARM-based architectures, open source architectures, and basically we took a look at that and we said, this is really the right architecture. Open standards are the right architecture going forward. And what we've done is we've leveraged that across the board. You see a few other set-tops here. This is actually an interesting little demo that shows what you can do in a rapid development. And if you look up here, we get this guy going. This is an example of detecting an advertisement. So this box is running Android, and you'll see at the end of the football game here, you're going to see a Ford commercial come on. There's actual software running in this box that detects the commercial and allows you as an operator or as a box manufacturer or an advertiser to immediately recognize there's a commercial here. And if I can figure out how to use this thing. Gives you some options which you can pull up. Now select some options on the Ford Focus. So it's a really interesting example of a use case that takes advantage of rapid prototyping of applications, and that's really one of the things that these open standards give you. So pretty much in the booth we're showing different types of set-top boxes. There's another one here. This is actually an Android box on your right that's deployed by a Korean operator. And we're all about making it easier and faster for operators to deploy new applications. We also had another major announcement with...
Let me just real quickly go back to the Xfinity box. There's been a lot of talk about socialization of TV and people integrating Facebook and Twitter feeds into programming and things like that. And I think the question that goes along with that is that distracting? Do people really want that? But now that you've integrated Skype into the set-top box, into the viewing experience, that's really the ultimate in socialization when it comes to TV.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of ways to go from that. First of all, this type of box allows, like I said, new applications to be developed, deployed, tested. Is it really going to work? Is this something that is going to be accepted? Because like you suggest, there's been a lot of hype about social media extensions. Is it going to be a second screen? Is it going to be something that's going to interrupt the viewing experience? I'm personally skeptical that, other than something like a call coming in, people will accept their television being taken over for a social interaction. But I think a lot of it has to be rolled out, tested, seen before we know what actually will be accepted. Do people want to see a Twitter feed on the side? I personally don't, but I would not discount anything related to Twitter or Facebook. Maybe you want to know if your friends are watching the same program, even if you're watching it on a DVR 2 days later. Maybe you want to know that your friends watched it. I'm not sure that anyone can say definitively that the time is now or what type of applications, and they'll certainly be modified for the television experience, but what we're offering is a platform that will allow these apps to be developed quickly, deployed quickly, tested, and then rolled out on a larger scale.
What else do you have going on at the booth this week?
Well, as I said, our traditional business used to be the home networking business, and one of the big advancements in the cable networking space is MoCA 2.0. 2.0 gives you 400 megabits per second of net throughput. So you might ask, what the heck am I going to do with 400 megabits per second of net throughput? But I would never discount the ability of applications beyond HD, multiple HD, 3D HD to leverage high bandwidths in the home. And so what we're showing over here is a 16-node MoCA 2 network. MoCA 2 is designed to operate up to 16 nodes, 400 megabits per second. It also has something that's become quite interesting in the cable space, and that is energy efficiency. So MoCA actually has the ability to go into low power standby modes for the entire network or pieces of the network. It's a big area of interest from a regulation standpoint in the US right now and in Europe as well. So we're showing basically production chips available, and you'll start seeing MoCA 2 based boxes deploy later this year.
Basically, for those folks who don't start feeling ill watching 3D, here we go. Get ready.
Yeah. Well, it's one of 3Ds, again, one of those things that you got to have it. I'm not sure how wide scale people actually view it, to what extent people will view it, but it's in everything. It's in every TV. It's in our chips. We've got all the interfaces for it, and it's going to happen.
Well, the fact is, the throughput requirements aren't going to get any smaller, so we're on the way.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Excellent. Anton, thanks for joining me. Have a great show.
Okay.